Welcome back, folks, to another episode of QB Reviews Things Jags episode. Well, it's over. The 25-26 season is over as the Jags lost to the Bills in the playoffs in Jacksonville, 27-24. Let's get into it.
QB Reviews Things Jags episode.
Well, as you might have noticed, for those of you who follow the channel, thank you for that. Hey, I sounded like Rich Eisen just now. I didn't post at the regular time. Usually I post around 7:30, 8 a.m. Monday morning. And as of right now, I'm shooting this video Monday at 4:30 p.m. and we'll have it up tonight as you're watching it now. I needed a day, folks. I needed a day to sit with it. The game was fine. We can get into the details, but just a quick glance at some of the box score stats. The thing that jumps off the page to me is time of possession. But other than that, we were comparable in every asset. I don't know if that's the right word. But we smoked them in rush yards. So we have the number one rush defense. We stopped them to like 70 yards. We did what we were supposed to. Pass offense, they weren't actually that spectacular. They were just average. So we did okay. It was fine. I mean, we only lost by 3. There was no bad calls, I didn't think. There wasn't bad reffing. And we did score a touchdown in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left to take the lead. Apparently, there was 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter, which was the most in any playoff game ever. So that's interesting, but it hurts. And another thing I couldn't do yesterday after the game is say, well, look what we did this season. We were 4-13 the previous year, 13-4 this year. We won the division. We got a home playoff game. The future is bright. Okay, all that's true. And I think after a couple more days, a couple of weeks, once the Super Bowl's over, I'm going to feel that way. But right now it hurts because I feel like the Jags fans, we like kind of adopted the feeling of the players, and they adopted the feeling of Liam and Tony and James Gladstone. And that's a good thing. We all bought in. And because of that, I truly felt like we'd win yesterday. I didn't know how. I just knew we'd win. And after watching some of the interviews today with the players, specifically Devin Lloyd and Travis Etienne, they're shocked because they didn't think they'd lose. And I didn't either. And when that final ball got tipped and picked, it was an overwhelming sensation, like, what just happened? Not like, come on, Jags, you could have done better. Dang it, we lost to Josh Allen. I didn't feel that way. It was more shocking to me. And I'm still shocked. I was so heartbroken last night, and the stomach ache, and the same as all of you guys, unless there's Bills fans in here. But it just seemed wrong. It didn't seem like that was supposed to be it. If you are a fan of a different team and you happen to come to the channel, thanks. Welcome to QB Reviews. We do reviews of everything, not just football. And this background music you're hearing is my band, The Outlet. And we have our own separate channel where these videos started. We decided to make a separate channel for reviews only. And mostly we are reviewing Jags, but we review fun things, soft drinks, that's coming up, Spotify issues, that's coming up. And of course we review our own music from the original page. I'll put cards and links to both. But what I was getting at is if you are a fan of another team and you hear me say, I just didn't think this was what was supposed to happen, obviously you're like, yeah, of course, that's what everybody says. I think the reason I feel this way is because we follow this team so closely, and it just seemed like this year was it. Like, we're gonna finally go to the Super Bowl. We're winning by a ton of points every game. We're getting a ton of turnovers or takeaways every game. Nobody could get 100 yards rushing on us. Not even 70 yards rushing on us. Every game. 17 games without a 100-yard rusher or a 70-yard rusher. It just seemed it. Obviously, like every team in the AFC playoffs, it also looked good for everyone because there's no Mahomes, there's no Burrow, there's no Lamar. But, I don't know. It didn't seem right that we lost. But we did. And it's over. And, you hear this a lot from the players and the fans. Maybe the hardest part of it being over is that we don't get to watch them anymore. And you don't get to watch the cool content that comes out after. It's done. And, last year when we were 4-13, you're out of it so long before that it just doesn't hurt. It hurts at the beginning because it's like, oh my God, we're 0-4. Like, come on, what happened? It hurts, but then the pain starts to numb and you just know you're out of it. You start thinking about when football's over. You go to your other hobbies. For me, that's disc golf. And it's just this flip of a switch. It's like cutting your favorite hobby or even addiction like that. And wow, it's gonna be a while. And I'm probably not gonna watch any more football for a while. Maybe just the Super Bowl, maybe. But it just hurts. This team was ready for it. Anyway, there will be another video next week. I'm gonna try my best, like I said at the preseason when I started this. I'm going to try to do a video every week. I'm talking every week, not just in the season, the preseason, every week. All through the off season. I'm going to try my best. So, please like and subscribe if you're a Jags fan. And let's go through this together. But I'll see you next week with an overall recap of the entire season.
QB Reviews Things. Jags episode.